Two Cambodian nationals, who were previously wanted internationally for their involvement in what is considered the largest money laundering case in Singapore's history, were recently discovered to have spent a staggering sum of nearly $70 million to acquire a series of luxury apartments in central London, UK, while on the run. This shocking revelation not only exposes the extravagant and audacious lifestyle of the suspects, but also partially unveils the enormous scale, sophisticated underground financial network, and complex international connections behind the case. Newly uncovered evidence indicates that the operation did not remain confined to Singapore, but extended across multiple countries, turning London into a safe haven for opaque funds worth billions of dollars. According to the latest report from the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, in Singapore, the Cambodian suspects, Binghai and Haika, conducted numerous high-value real estate transactions in the UK through a network of shell companies intricately designed to conceal their identities and the origins of the funds. These companies were registered under various names and operated legally on the surface, but were in fact used as a facade to legitimize money obtained from illicit activities. New information obtained by the Straits Times reveals that the duo used these front companies to launder tens of millions of dollars by continuously buying and reselling luxury apartments in central London, as well as investing in other high-end real estate projects across Europe. The entire process occurred while they were evading international law enforcement, highlighting the meticulous planning and sophistication involved in moving and concealing illicit assets. These findings have once again raised concerns about the growing complexity of transnational money laundering networks, which are capable of exploiting legal loopholes in developed countries to legitimize illicit funds. Kingpin, Binghai, a Chinese-born suspect who holds Cambodian nationality and additionally possesses Vanuatu and St. Kitts and Nevis passports, has become the focal point of the international investigation, revealing a series of money laundering activities and accumulation of extravagant assets in the UK. Legal documents and property records indicate that the 9 luxury apartments owned by Binghai are located within the prestigious The Broadway complex, near St. James's Park, less than 10 minutes' walk from Buckingham Palace, one of the most expensive areas in London. Remarkably, all 9 apartments were purchased on the same day, August 22, 2023, just 1 week after a major criminal crackdown in Singapore in which Binghai was a primary target. The Singaporean crackdown resulted in 10 foreign nationals being arrested, sentenced to prison, having assets confiscated, and banned from re-entering Singapore, with total assets seized amounting to $1.85 billion, a figure that stunned both authorities and international media. While Binghai was on the run, his extravagant shopping spree demonstrates both the audaciousness of the suspects and their ability to use shell companies and international financial networks to conceal illicit funds. On November 7th, the UK's National Crime Agency, NCA, confirmed that it had exhibited all of Binghai's assets in the UK, including 9 luxury apartments at the Broadway that the suspect purchased while on the run. At the same time, the High Court of London issued an Unexplained Wealth Order, WO, requiring Binghai and related entities to account for the sources of their assets, on suspicion that they were derived from criminal activity. However, Binghai refused to cooperate, filing an appeal to have the order overturned. The first hearing took place on November 5th, attracting significant attention from the public and legal experts. Beyond real estate, the NCA also seized 3 Jurassic dinosaur skeletons, valued at £12.4 million, approximately $16.3 million USD, which Binghai had purchased at a London auction in December 2024. This action further underscores the lavish and diverse range of assets accumulated by the suspect, while highlighting the scale and sophistication of the transnational money laundering network, posing serious challenges for law enforcement in tracking illicit funds. This case is not merely about the wealth of a fugitive suspect, it also exposes legal loopholes that allow organizations and individuals to exploit the international system to legitimize illicit assets, creating major challenges for global anti-money laundering and financial crime enforcement. Rob Burgess, director of the Asset Recovery Division at the NCA, stated, "Seizing dinosaur skeletons is a rare move in law enforcement, but it demonstrates the effectiveness and power of the Proceeds of Crime Act. Whether it's cash, property, or even dinosaur skeletons, all are considered criminal assets and will be seized to prevent criminals from benefiting from illicit wealth." His statement emphasizes that UK authorities do not hesitate to use every available measure to trace and recover assets derived from illegal activities, regardless of their form or value. In addition to the dinosaur skeletons worth millions of pounds, 11 ancient Chinese ink paintings purchased by Binghai for over £400,000 in 2022 were also seized, reflecting the extravagance and diversity of the suspect's personal collection. These art assets not only hold material value, but also demonstrate the use of specialized assets to launder money or conceal the origins of illicit funds. Previously, under an agreement signed in October 2024, Binghai and his wife Wang Manzhu agreed to surrender all assets to Singaporean authorities, including multiple high-value properties and 4 luxury vehicles, with a total estimated value exceeding $316.6 million USD. This agreement illustrates the legal pressure from Singaporean investigators and the international cooperation efforts to recover illicit assets, while also shedding light on the scale of wealth accumulated by Binghai and his wife during their illegal operations. Currently, Binghai is banned from re-entering Singapore, but the suspect still owns 2 properties in Dubai valued at nearly $1.2 million USD, along with several other luxury apartments in Hong Kong, China, highlighting the extensive and complex international asset network of Binghai. These assets not only represent enormous material value, but also pose significant legal challenges for authorities in tracing and recovering criminally obtained wealth across multiple jurisdictions, where suspects may exploit different legal systems and regulatory frameworks to protect their assets. Regarding Kingpin Haika, like his associate Binghai, he is Chinese-born but naturalized as a Cambodian citizen in 2018, and also holds a Vanuatu passport, showing a pattern of suspects using multiple nationalities to enhance mobility and conceal assets. Unlike Binghai, Haika has refused to cooperate with Singaporean authorities and did not agree to surrender any assets after being investigated and found guilty of money laundering, making asset recovery significantly more challenging. Detailed investigation records indicate that in July and August 2023, Haika purchased 16 luxury apartments worth a total of $42.6 million in 2 high-end real estate projects in central London, UK. Additionally, in Singapore, he owns a high-value apartment purchased in 2021 for $27 million, demonstrating his ability to accumulate substantial wealth even in his second home country. Haika has now fled Singapore, and the total value of assets linked to him is estimated at approximately $144.9 million, all of which have been frozen by Singaporean authorities, preventing any further transactions or asset transfers. Singaporean authorities have emphasized that to date there is no clear evidence indicating that the apartments Haika purchased in London in 2023 were funded with illegally obtained money from Singapore. However, Singapore has stated that it is prepared to cooperate with UK law enforcement if necessary, even though no specific request for international cooperation in the investigation has been made at this time. Investigations related to Haika are still ongoing, indicating that the process of tracing and verifying the origins of his assets remains complex and multi-layered. According to land and corporate registration records in the UK, both Binghai and Haika used the companies they established in the UK to carry out their real estate transactions, effectively concealing their identities and the sources of their funds. Binghai controls Su Empire, while Haika owns two companies, Rongfa Investment and Ronghai Investment, demonstrating how shell companies were used as tools for money laundering and international investment. Additionally, Binghai serves as director of 6 companies in Singapore and shareholder in 8 other companies, while Haika is the director of Ronghai Development, highlighting how both built complex, multinational corporate networks to obscure illicit financial flows. The Accounting and Corporate Registry Authority of Singapore is also conducting a comprehensive investigation into the companies linked to Binghai and Haika, aiming to clarify their structures, financial flows. The Accounting and Corporate Regulatory Authority (ACRA) of Singapore is also conducting a comprehensive investigation into the companies linked to Binghai and Haika, aiming to clarify their structures, financial flows, and international connections. This effort forms part of a globalized approach to combating money laundering, as suspects increasingly exploit multiple countries and asset types to evade regulatory oversight. The $3 billion money laundering case involving the two kingpins, Binghai and Haika, is now considered the largest transnational money laundering case in Singapore's history. Their operations were executed through a complex network of banks, real estate transactions, and multiple shell companies across several countries. To date, most individuals involved in the network have been tried, sentenced to prison, and voluntarily surrendered assets to mitigate legal consequences. However, the pursuit of the two ringleaders, Binghai and Haika, continues, presenting significant challenges due to their internationally dispersed assets, diverse asset types, and ability to exploit multiple jurisdictions to move and protect funds. This case is not only a story of kingpins and their lavish assets, but also exposes loopholes in global anti-money laundering systems and underscores the importance of international cooperation in combating financial crime, from Singapore to the UK and beyond. Thank you for watching this story. If you found it meaningful, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for staying with Societal Stories.